10 surprising things your husband dislikes in you. Hi, friends. Welcome to Marriage Realities, a comprehensive relationship channel. Today's video is all about the surprising things your husband dislikes in you. Most of you feel confused about what your husband needs from you, isn't it? You also want to know what your husband dislikes in you. You hardly know about the likes and dislikes of your husband. It is because he is that much tight-lipped about it. Do not worry. This video will be highlighting top 10 surprising things your husband dislikes in you. The number one quality your husband dislikes in you is your lack of confidence. You wrongly assume that your husband likes you when you're meek and submissive. You also feel that when you're docile, it makes your husband feel dominant and commanding. You feel that your husband always wants to dominate and command you. You're wrong in feeling so. You'll be taken aback when you know that your husband likes it when you're confident and assertive. Today's world is hectic and tough. When you're meek and docile, your husband will find it tough to deal with family situations which needs deft handling. Your husband might be successful professionally, but often your husband is unsuccessful in dealing with family issues. When you are assertive and confident, you are able to handle any situation you might face in your family life. And it is one headache off the shoulders of your husband. The number two quality your husband dislikes in you is when you are too fashion conscious. When you're too fashion conscious, you feel that you must revamp your wardrobe often. You want to be that updated with the latest fashion trends. You just do not want to be termed out of fashion by anyone. So you become a shopping addict, always shopping for new trendy clothes and accessories. When you go shopping, your husband becomes a nervous wreck thinking about the impending bills. Your husband feels you're throwing away money for something which is vain and frivolous. Your husband might spend money on updating his gadgets, but he does not spend needless money on clothes and dresses. So, your husband dislikes it when you buy dresses recklessly whether you need it or not. Your husband likes you when you spend money and save money judiciously, something which he cannot. The number three quality your husband dislikes in you is when you're not interested in cooking. Your husband is addicted to his taste buds. He wants you to cook him his favorite dishes. When you cook your husband an uninteresting dinner or lunch, he feels that you do not love him enough. It is because your husband links your love to the way you cook for him. When you cook your husband dishes that are his favorite, he adores you for it. Number four quality your husband dislikes in you is when you're too made up. Your husband likes the natural look in you. So he hates it when you're too made up, sporting layers of foundation and with loud makeup. Your husband likes you in your natural skin. Your husband also loves it when your makeup is simple. And when your dressing is not loud but elegant and classic, your husband admires your appearance. The number five quality your husband dislikes in you is when you nag him. If there is something your husband hates in you, it is your nagging. As a woman, you keep reminding your husband about his responsibilities and commitments towards the family an umpteen time. It is because you feel that your husband will do his family duties only if you keep reminding him. So, you follow your husband around, nagging him about his irresponsibility, laziness, and ineptness in dealing with family issues. Unknown to you, you're only making your husband feel tensed. When you advise a husband about his family duties, he is at his wit's end, not knowing how to handle it. The number six quality your husband dislikes in you is when you talk the roundabout way. You have the ability to read the in-between meaning of whatever your husband says to you. But your husband does not know this trick. And as a woman, you do not convey your feelings or your needs directly to your husband. You do it the roundabout way. When you convey what you want to say in a roundabout manner, your husband does not understand it a wee bit. In fact, your husband is confused and muddled up about what you want to say to him. Your husband feels that you must talk more directly to him. He dislikes it when you convey your feelings and emotions the indirect way. The number 7 quality your husband dislikes in you is when you compare him with others. Your husband wants you to love him for what he is, but you want your husband to be as successful as your friends, colleagues, and relatives. So you compare the talent of your husband with others. Your intention is to provoke your husband to do better in life. But your comparison provokes your husband the wrong way. When you compare your husband with others, he literally wants to yell at you to shut your mouth. Your husband wants you to trust his own ability and capacity. The number 8 quality your husband dislikes in you is when you make your parents intrude. Often you run to your parents with a big complaint list about your husband. You feel they must intrude into your fights and advise your husband. And your parents, in their intense love for you, do what they should not do. They demand an explanation from your husband for ill-treating their dear daughter. Your husband feels whatever issues you have with him should be dealt only between both. When your parents intrude into the personal zone of your family life, your husband inwardly curses you for it. The number 9 quality your husband dislikes in you is when you cry. Your husband hates emotions. It is because he is incapable of handling it. This is the reason your husband wants you to be rational and practical. But it is your womanly nature to cry when you're upset. Your husband is all at sea, not knowing how to handle you when you cry. When you cry, it makes your husband feel alarmed that you do not like being married to him. The number 10 quality your husband dislikes in you is when you ask for more and more money. As a woman, you're worried about the financial future of your family. You feel that your husband should earn more money than what he is earning now. Many a time, you pester your husband to change his company to another one for a better salary. Your husband does not like this quality in you a wee bit. He feels you're intruding into his personal zone. Did this video make you understand the qualities your husband dislikes in you? Marriage Realities will have many such relationship eye-openers. Subscribe to my channel to understand your marriage in a new light. Press the bell icon for updates about my latest relationship videos. Make love forever until death do us part, your relationship goal.